Hey team, we're still looking at underhook offense here, but now we're going to look at a position where as we try to take the back through the throw by, okay, if you haven't seen the throw by video yet, that's probably best to watch before this one, okay, but this is now looking at an option when we face resistance to getting to that back exposure or getting to the rear body lock, okay, so the most common problem and what your partner should be doing if they have disciplined defense from the underhook is that the near side leg steps back, okay? Within reason, the more that sprawls back, the longer the pathway for me to get to his back, okay? So that's a good response for your partner, and they should often be doing that, okay? Not that that doesn't set up vulnerabilities, and that's what we try to exploit, okay? So what we're gonna work on, okay, again, is looking at his stance and exploiting where he's got poor base. So right now, we imagine a line between his 2 feet and then a line perpendicular to that, which is an arrow forward and back, which indicates where his base is compromised, okay? And he'd have to take a step and he doesn't feel balanced. If I was to switch positions here, so JD just stays in, and I push him forward or pull him back here, he's got great base with this stance, okay? So we shouldn't be trying to move in that direction, we're moving across his stance here, all right? So as I'm trying to get to the back, okay, working on that throw by, I'm not having any success, that hip stays back. So what we're gonna do is work a bit of a blend of judo and wrestling here. So a Uchi, which is an inside trip with my foot, and as I'm hitting this, I'm gonna blend in an ankle pick, okay, which is probably more classic wrestling, where I bend down to pick this, so as I shove him across that, I can lift up his foot. Okay, so let's look at a couple of key things for this. First is I've got to be able to get underneath his sort of chest and head position. If he's got good head position here, okay, and by good head position I mean controlling inside space between us. I would generally be trying to get my head into this position. This again gives me a better pathway to the back because I'm closer with my head. If his head position takes that inside space, it's another barrier that I've got to get past to get to his back. So if he's got good head position here, I've got to sort of get under that because this frame will also limit me getting to here. Okay, his head is a good post that frames there. So what I'm going to do is a little skip step where I rock back onto my trailing leg, okay, and then I drop levels as I push forward. I'll just go solo for a sec. So it kind of looks like this, okay? I push off my lead leg to rock onto my back leg. I change levels a bit, sinking here, and then I push forward with that level change. Now hopefully just dipping under his framing slightly, okay? So just a couple of those skip steps. He's in head position, okay? So I'm working in, I'm trying to get to the back, and then I'm just here, little skip step, okay? Bump, a little skip step. See how I'm winning that position with my head and chest. Now, level changing underneath his frames, okay? That's going to allow me to get my foot into position, which is the next thing, okay? So as I skip step, I'm going to kick this foot through, but not like this. Okay, the angle of my toes is really important. I want to mirror his foot, okay? So my foot aligns with his, which sets up a little wall, okay? Because my shoulder and underhook position, I'm going to bump forwards like this, just stepping off this, Jen, so keep your balance. All right, it sets this little barrier that he has to awkwardly kind of like step over. That step is what I'm going to then capitalize on. Okay, now just looking at what I do with my arm as this is happening. All right, so as I skip step in, I'm punching my arm forward. I want to bump him with my shoulder. If I keep the underhook, I'm going to stay too attached. So as I'm going through this, I actually want to bump him off the underhook. Okay, it's like I'm flicking water off my hand. Okay, I extend my arm, turn my thumb down, and punch my shoulder forward. Okay, that alone is going to set up so much of that bump. Okay, you can keep your balance and just like out in this direction, just so we can see that pushes out here. Okay, that's what we want, that shove. If we don't block his foot, that's what's going to happen. Okay, which is not a fail, but we'd rather get the takedown. Okay, so as I'm bumping, that's where that little step comes in. Okay, I bump, block the foot, pick the ankle up. Okay, By picking the ankle, we've already got a control of this near side leg, so we can often pass it off and secure a pass off the takedown. All right, so all together, I'm getting to my underhook, I'm trying to get to the back, I'm not having much success, little skip step, bump, ankle pick, and we're through. Okay, Uchi, here's the trip, ankle pick to finish. Sometimes you won't even need the ankle pick, the Uchi itself will be enough to knock them down. Then you'll just be guiding the legs out of the way.